Yeah, obviously, tight ends, we're going to celebrate when we get in the end zone, right? We enjoyed just dancing, making a fool out of ourselves. But no, man, just how he prepares and the athlete that he is kind of shows up in that moment. He's able to make one miss and step out of one and then accelerate, get to the end zone is really special. And it was cool to watch. I know, obviously, I'm sure he talked about it, others talked about it, but guys like Brew on the perimeter blocking for him, he's extremely grateful for guys like that. But cool for him to step up and make a play like that.
Ben?
Jacob, did Joe Milton and the offensive leaders or whatever go out of their way yesterday to address the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think that anytime when you don't necessarily feel like something went as well as you want, like because as an offense we're expecting to score a lot of points, right, and then just didn't quite move the ball the way we wanted to. It wasn't quite efficient enough in the red zone for our standards, right? We won the game, which is really all that matters at the end of the day. But for our standards, we realize that there's a lot of work to do and a lot of just things that we need to talk about, and you hash it out, you talk about it, and kind of move on and just get ready for the next week.
Coach Adams talked about needing to get into a rhythm earlier in the game.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the offense can get into a rhythm earlier in the game?
I don't know, man. Just kind of sticking to our basics, our bread and butter, like kind of getting some confidence plays and making plays, right? I think the biggest part is seeing a guy make a play down the field or, having a back, find a crease and have a good run. Not necessarily something that's huge, 75-yard touchdown, but just, putting good plays together and kind of, getting that first down and getting that ball rolling is really big for us.
In the back?
You've experienced kind of playing in Gainesville before. In what ways is that challenging, and what do you remember from your last game that you played there?
It's challenging for a couple reasons. I think just the weather, first of all, it's warm, it's humid in Florida, and so obviously preparing for that. It's been humid here, it's been warm here, so I think we've done a good job of exposing ourselves to that environment. Obviously, the crowd, the same way when you come to a place like Tennessee, when you come to Neyland Stadium, is it's a hostile environment. The crowd's not necessarily for you and not necessarily rooting for you. And so just kind of getting used to the noise and the ruckus and hopefully able to kind of quiet it down before it gets too out of hand, I guess.
Ryan?
I was told us last week that Dylan Sampson didn't start the offseason on the leadership council, but got added onto it, I guess, during fall camp or before. Just what did he do to gain confidence of the team?
He's just kind of stepped out there, man. He has been vulnerable and has been willing to, put himself out in front of everybody and say, like, look, like, I'm here to win. I'm here to be a leader. I'm here to just play my role, right? And as a young guy, it's really cool to see him step up and be extremely vocal, because that's something I think a lot of people struggle with when it comes to leadership is being able to call each other out, being able to have the confidence in what you do as a man to say, hey, I need you to come along. I need you to do better. And he's done a great job, man. He'll stand in front of the team. He'll stand in front of the offense with full confidence and be able to talk and communicate everything that he feels needs to be changed. And he's done a really good job with that running back room, but also just on the offense for sure.
Jacob, selfishly for you,
Yeah.
this program's not won a conference championship in a quarter century
Yeah.
since they won a national championship. As you go into the Florida game and it starts getting real, how much do you think about, man, I want to make it happen this year?
I mean, yeah, I think selfishly, but also just because that's what the team goal is, right? Like that's the goal every year for this team is to win the SEC championship and to win the East. Like you have to start, you got to think about just everything, right? Big picture. You can't win them all unless you win this one, right? So I think once we get into this SEC schedule, it's, it doesn't really matter what color the other team's wearing. It doesn't matter what names they got on their team, who the coach is, like where we're going. It's just a matter of being the best team on the field that week. And I think that, it gets harder and harder, right? You play better opponents, and that's not something that we're, denying, right? We're not saying that everybody else isn't good. We're just saying that, all we have to do is be the best one on the field at that moment.
Katie, then Ben?
A little off the field, after you guys walking into the stadium or ahead of each game, it's a little get to show off your personality a little
Yeah.
bit, how you guys style yourselves.
Mhm.
Who's the best dressed, and is it even close?
I think everyone knows the answer to that. I would say myself, but no, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I think especially with NIL, guys are getting a hold of some more money and getting some cool clothes and stuff like that. So it's cool to see just everybody how they express themselves and what they wear and the ability to be able to do that. Kind of I don't know, getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. Definitely this week with myself with the whole denim and everything. So glad that it was received well. I think by a lot of people.
What inspired the all jean fit?
I don't know, really. I honestly don't. I've had the vest for a couple weeks now and have not been able to wear it, and so I finally figured that I try to put something together with it, and it worked a little bit, I guess.
Ben?
Jacob, I know as a Tennessee kid yourself, you're aware of the fact that Tennessee had won in the Swamp in
Yeah.
quite some time, but do you feel like your teammates and that aren't from Tennessee and the coaching staff that
I think it's something that, in the nicest way possible, everyone outside of the building cares about and has talks about and thinks is a big deal. I don't think to most of the guys on the team, like you mentioned, the younger guys, like whether they really know about it or not, I'm not sure. But just one of those things again that doesn't really matter, right? When we're on the field, who cares how long it's been, right? Whether it's here or there or whatever. I'm just going out there and just trying to compete, be the best on this day. Obviously, it'd be great to win there for sure after this many years, but something that we're not necessarily worried about.
Anything else for Jacob?
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, y'all.
Everybody.